Okay, so today's session, you're not gonna see my head, I don't think. Unless I see it. That's it. Okay. Today's session is on the root chakra. So I'm gonna show you a photo of the chakras so you can see which one it is. Also, I'm gonna show you a mudra from across the camera, which is the hand position we're going to be using in the first part of this session, which is during the time of the meditation. So these are the chakras. I hope you're gonna see. Yeah. And we're going to work with the root chakra, which is the bottom one here, the red one, to begin with. Not to begin with. We've been doing it for a few weeks now, and it's the second session for the root chakra. So that's the one we're focusing on today. Now, as we're doing this, we're going to be using the yoni mudra. To do the yoni mudra, we interlace our fingers. So my little fingers, ring fingers, and middle fingers are interlaced. And then I am shutting my hands. And then here, I am having the index fingers pointing and the thumb fingers pointing away. So it gives this shape. And we've got the fingers interlaced in the middle. And reverse, it looks like this. Okay, like this. And from the inside, it looks like that. Yeah, that's it, you got it. And we're going to sit with the legs crossed. And we're going to hold that mudra. Don't worry, if you lose the mudra through the practice, you can wave at me. I might be able to see you waving at me. Just kidding. And then I'll show you again from up close. But basically, we're interlacing the fingers in, index fingers together, thumbs fingers together, then bringing the thumbs away from the indexes, keeping all this now here near your root chakra. Crossing your legs with the right leg in first and the left one after. And then here, you're invited to keep your spine straight and dynamic, holding yourself nice and up, but at the same time relaxed. The chin is gently tucked in. You can close your eyes, take a nice long deep breath in and out to begin. First, connecting within yourself, letting go of thoughts and starting to notice your root chakra. So where I showed you on the picture is basically at the bottom of the spine where both legs meet. There is the root chakra. It is a red color. And so I'm inviting you to see there a ball of energy of a red color. And the ball could be the size of about a tennis ball in size. And then simply noticing red light glowing there. Maybe you will see the red, maybe you'll see another color, maybe you'll see the ball of light, or maybe you won't. It doesn't matter. Just simply inviting yourself through this place here, this safe place of peace, to notice this red ball of light at your root chakra, muladhara chakra in Sanskrit. And as you're holding the yoni mudra here, you are bringing softness into this chakra. This is a very raw chakra. A lot of ancestral inheritance we have locked there, or residing there rather. So we need to bring softness to this chakra because that is also where the most raw fears of survival are stored in us. And the yoni mudra brings the softness. Now we're going to be using a mantra. It's called a Bija mantra. Every chakra has a Bija mantra, which is normally a 3-letter word, normally, not always, but normally a 3-letter word. And we are going to be keeping on repeating it. Now you can decide in whichever way you want to do this. You can repeat it out loud with me, or you can repeat it silently in your mind, or you can simply focus on the sounds coming out of my mouth and simply just letting the vibrations come to you, or simply just noticing the sound and keeping on noticing your root chakra, the red ball of light at the bottom of your spine. So I'm going to breathe in, and then as I breathe out, I will keep on chanting the mantra. The mantra is LAM, L-A-M, LAM. And what I'm going to do, again, this can be done in many ways, but today what we're going to be doing is repeating it, keeping on repeating it throughout the exhale, being silent as we breathe in, and then chanting it as we exhale. So I'm going to do it now, and then whenever you are ready, and if you wish to, at some point you can join with me. I'm going to do it twice or 3 times if there is the time, and with a break in between. Lam 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 lam. Keeping on focusing on the root chakra as I do so. Lam 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 lam. Lam 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 lam. Lam 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 lam. Lam 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 lam. Lam 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 lam. Lam 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 lam. Lam 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 lam. Lam 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 lam. Lam 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 lam. Breathing in and breathing out and having a break. Keeping on noticing your red ball of energy at the bottom of your spine, your root chakra, muladhara chakra. Noticing how you are feeling within yourself also. An interesting fact about practices with the root chakra is that we are bringing our energy all the way down. We are grounding ourselves and our energy. So you may notice after the end of this session that your voice is a lot deeper than before this practice. This means that you're going to talk with a deeper, lower voice rather than a lighter voice like this, because your energy is shifting from wherever it was, which for most of us is normally around the head because we tend to think so much and worry so much and stress so much. And it comes all the way down to the bottom of the spine. And that brings us back to our gravity center. It grounds us, connects us to the earth, which means the voice then becomes deeper. And one more time. So I'm going to chant again, and if you wish, you can chant with me, or you can repeat it silently in your mind, the same mantra, or you can just listen to it and focus on a red ball of light at the bottom of your spine, muladhara chakra. And breathing in now. Lam 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 lam. Lam 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 lam. Lam 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 lam. Lam 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 lam. Lam 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 lam. Lam 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 lam. Lam 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 lam. And taking a nice long deep breath in and out and relaxing one more time before we do it one last time. Through this Kundalini yoga practice and every one of the following ones, I'm inviting you to simply relax and allow yourself to experience your Kundalini energy. Most of the time with this practice today, you could actually keep your eyes shut. So I'm inviting you to do so whenever you can, so that you can really feel with all the other senses what your Kundalini energy feels like. Release can also happen. At the moment I am releasing, as I am keeping on yawning, allowing for these releases to happen. Giving yourself space to experience this beautiful energy that is a Kundalini energy. And one last time when we are ready, breathing in and then chanting Lam, L-A-M, Lam, out as you breathe out. Lam, 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 lam. Lam 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 lam. Lam 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 lam. Lam 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 lam. One last time. Lam 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 lam. And going back to your normal breath, staying here for a moment, relaxing your hands back down onto your lap and noticing how you are feeling within yourself before we move on to something else. And you can take a nice long deep breath in and out to finish, and opening your eyes. Great. Now, we're going to do the warm up now, and we're going to start with the spine flex. The spine flex, we breathe in, we push the belly out, chest out, bring the chin up. We breathe out, belly in, chest in, chin in. Now, as we do this, we are also going to use the hands, and you've both done that with me before. We breathe in, we bring the hands to the hips, going really with the arched back as much as possible. We breathe out, we push the hands, we slide, but we push them really down the thighs, and we bring the belly in and the chin and the chest in. But we're going to do that quite quickly and forcefully. So you don't have the time to do the whole movement all the way in, but just go as fast as you can with your breath. And I'm just going to bring the phone to my nose so you can really hear the breath intensity. We are really pushing that air in and out. Only move the neck, only move the chin rather, if your neck is comfortable to do so, but do not give yourself any neck pain. Keep going. And as much as possible, keep the shoulders above the hips. That's it. Keep going a little bit more. And relax for a moment and noticing what's happening within yourself. Maybe you're starting to feel warmer. Maybe you're starting to feel energy circulating. And also noticing, and as you're doing the whole practice today, keeping on noticing this red little ball of light at the bottom of your spine, the muladhara chakra. And let's do this again. So breathing in, the hands come to the hips and we open out. Breathing out, we push the hands out and we curve in. If you are at the beginning of a period cycle, do not go fast. You can do exactly the same thing, but at your normal breath speed and rhythm without speeding up. You should not be doing this if pregnant. And relaxing and resting here for a moment before we do it 1/3 time. And one last time, breathing in and breathing out. Curving out, curving in. Not forgetting the hands on the thighs. And relax for a moment before we get to the next part of the warm-up. Okay. Now the next part are navel circles. So bringing the navel forward and round and to the back. We're going to go faster than what we normally do because we're going to go with the breath. We breathe in as we go forward, we breathe out as we go back, and we keep going round like this. We are not going to go as fast probably as with the spine flex, but trying to go as fast as you can. The movement really happens from the navel, keeping on noticing your root chakra and what's happening there as you're going round, keeping on matching this with the breath. If you wish to keep the eyes shut, keep them shut. Be wary or be aware of, rather not to get too lightheaded as you are kind of going round. If that happens, slow down and open your eyes. If that continues, stop and rest. And whenever it stops, then you can start doing it again. If you're not having that problem, great, carry on. Now going around the other way. So whichever way you were going, you go around the other way, but you're still breathing in as you go back, breathing out as you go forward. And relax. Relaxing, becoming immobile, keeping the eyes shut, relaxing the breath back down. Okay, now we're going to start the Kryia. So to do the Kryia, the first thing we're going to do, we are going to start by putting the legs nice and straight together. Then we're going to go into what is called the head to knee pose, but only with the legs. We are going to go with the arms. We're going to do something different. And as we're doing this, we're going to do the breath of fire. So legs are together, then you're bringing your left foot to the inside of your right thigh. And it could be that it's down here or higher up, whatever feels right to you, as long as your pelvis can stay nice and straight, maybe even slightly forward without going backwards. As we are here, if you wish to, and only if you wish to, you can bring the arms up and parallel to the floor and the shoulders are nice and relaxed. So as I am here, I am not bringing my shoulders up, but keeping them nice and down. And here, we're not going to move as such, but we're going to do the breath of fire. To do the breath of fire, you can bring your arms back down if you don't know how to do it. Otherwise, you can already start. To do the breath of fire, we breathe in, we bring the belly nice and big to breathe, and we breathe out, we bring the belly in towards the spine. We breathe only through the nose, in and out, and we push the air out as we exhale so that the body brings the air back in on the inhale. And it creates a pace of breath that is very dynamic and literally, as its name explains, we're bringing the fire to our core. And keep noticing your root chakra through this practice. So arms up. And again, if you are in the beginning of your periods, do not do that and stay with your normal breath instead. Breathing in and then pushing the air out and then keeping on going. We'll do a few cycles like this. And relaxing the arms back down, breathing in and out deeply, and now going back to your normal breath and resting with the legs straight out for a moment before we do the other side. So simply here with the eyes shut, noticing what's happening in you, how you are feeling within yourself. And next, doing the other side. So legs together again. The right foot comes to the inside of the left thigh now. We are facing the front. We're bringing the arms up. We do the breath of fire. Do it at your own speed, the breath of fire. I forgot to mention that. You can go faster than me, slower than me, or at the same time. It doesn't matter. And let's start. And bringing the arms back down, taking a nice long deep breath in and out, and bringing the legs straight again in front of you for a moment here. We'll do it one more time on each side, but for now, just relax here. Remember, start from your comfort zone and then grow from there. Okay, we'll start one more time. This time, the left foot goes to the inside of the right thigh or right leg. Arms, if you're too tired with the arms, you can leave them down or you can bring them only slightly up. If you can, though, try to bring them all the way up. I mean, all the way up to parallel to the floor, that is. And the pelvis is slightly forward, chest is up and shoulders are down, chin is gently tucked in. And then here we start the breath of fire again. Breathing in and pushing the air out as you exhale, breathing in and out through the nose only and pumping the belly. Breathing in, belly out, breathing out, navel to the spine. Relaxing, keeping your legs the way they are, and this time as you relax, bending forward over your leg and resting here. Nice long deep breaths as you stay here and relax. Coming up, straightening your leg out. If you have any stiffness, you can move your legs a little bit, and then we do the last side. So this time the right foot comes to the inside of your left thigh, and then bringing the arms up if you feel comfortable to do so. And then starting the breath of fire again. So breathing in and then pushing it out as you breathe out. At any time, you can go back to your normal breath if it becomes too much or just enough. Breathing in and breathing out and bending forward over your straight leg, which is your left leg now, relaxing the shoulders down, tucking the chin in, bringing your belly towards your left thigh. Coming back up. Next, we're going to lie down on our back. And I'm going to show you what we're going to do, but first I need to move the cat. Now lying on the back, bring the pelvis up, bring it back down to settle it nicely. The arms are not going to be doing anything, only the legs. We're going to be moving with the breath, starting with the knees bent like this, so your knees are more or less above your stomach. And then here, we're going to breathe out as we push the leg. So you can push it quite low, or you can push it higher up, depending on how your body feels. If you want it to be more comfortable and easier, go straight up or slightly at an angle. If you want it more challenging, go lower. And what we're going to do is you're going to breathe in as you're breathing out as you're kicking out. So as the knees meet to the middle, you are breathing in, and then you breathe out as one of them kicks out and the other one stays above the belly. Still going at quite a high pace. And relax for a moment now. Again, when we're doing this, you can close your eyes and really notice the energy activated. Now, also keep thinking about the red ball of light at the bottom of your spine if you can. And then, I don't know if I mentioned, but closing your eyes if you wish to really experience that beautiful energy in a more powerful way, possibly. It depends on people. Some people experience it deeper when the eyes are shut, others when the eyes are open. And then when you're ready, we'll start again. So we breathe in to start, and then keep going, keep going. And relax. Rest here for a moment. And now you can come back up to sit with your legs crossed. So that was the more active part of the session. Now we're going to slow things down a little bit. So as you are crossing your legs, I would suggest to make sure that you put the leg that's at the front, it doesn't matter if it's left or right, the foot is not under your other leg like this. Otherwise, you're squashing your heel, it's not all that comfortable. So try to have that front leg out of the way of the one that is right in first. Now here we're going to do some kind of version of the palm tree, and we're going to be moving with the breath, but we're going to go slower because we're going into a twist and we don't want to hurt our spine. So as we breathe in, we are in the center. As we breathe out, we go and twist to the side. We are putting both hands to the side. Then we breathe in, we come back up. We breathe out, we go to the other side. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Going slower now, but we're still moving with the breath. And we just keep on repeating like this with the breath. We're going to do this for a few minutes, a couple of minutes. Think about the red ball of light and really try to notice the stretch that this brings. Of course, you can do it with the eyes shut and simply continuing to experience your Kundalini energy. You're going down with the shoulders and the head as well as the hands. So your elbow that is on the outside is bending to let you go closer to the floor in that twist. Try to keep both buttocks on the floor as you do this. so that you can get a nice stretch, keeping on going a little bit longer. And relax. Next, now we are starting to really bring the energy back down. And we're going to do one of my favorites, absolute favorites. It's a hip opener lying down on our front. So to do this, I have to think about where the cat is. Lying down on your belly. And then you're going to take your right knee, sorry, bringing it up so that your hip and your knee are in a straight line. Your knee and your ankle are roughly in a straight line. And we want to push that hip down towards the mat. But do not hurt yourself, remain comfortable. The upper body stays whichever way that feels comfortable to you. You could be up here like this in cobra for the front, if you wish, or you could completely rest down and rest your head on your forearms if it feels comfortable, or even have it turned to the side if you wish. I like that better actually. And resting here. Letting that hip open, allowing for your whole hip to let itself go into the stretch. If you are resting your upper body as well as the bottom part of your body, then that means that you have got no need to engage any muscle. If you are in cobra for the upper body, then the upper body muscles are engaged, but the lower part of your body can completely relax here. Now we are starting to rest the Kundalini energy, bringing it back down. And by back down, it doesn't mean we are bringing it down towards the root chakra. It means that we are bringing the activity of it down, slowing it down. It had built up momentum, it had gone faster, and now it's starting to go back to a restful space. And then straightening that leg out and going to the next one, to the other side, bringing that's the next one there is. We've only got 2 legs. Bringing the left knee out this time, knee aligned with the hip and with the ankle. So your leg is at the right angle. And then relaxing your body down, bringing that hip closer to the floor as much as possible. And then settling your arms on your head how you want and going into cobra if you wish. The upper body is straight as much as possible, so it could be flat down on the floor or in cobra, but nice and straight. Not in a twist. Okay, now we're going to finish with a happy baby pose. So you can lie down onto your back. Lying down on the back, settling the pelvis nicely by lifting it up, bringing it back down. Bringing the feet up parallel to the ceiling, but the knees are bent. We then open the legs out and bring them down to either side of us. Some people can actually bring their knees down to the floor. You can actually, and then you can put your hands behind your thighs, at your shins, your ankles, the inside of your foot, or the outside of the foot, and relaxing here, closing the eyes, continuing to notice the red ball of light at your perineum where both legs meet. Holding on to the pose for a moment. Relaxing. This is the last pose before the meditation, so you can really relax. Okay, nice. You can now lie down in Savasana, lying down on your back with the legs straight down on the mat, feet slightly apart from each other, arms slightly away from the body, palms of the hands facing up. Or if you wish, you can have your knees bent and your feet on the floor and the knees dropped in together. And we're going to do the last part of the session, which is the relaxation. So you can close your eyes once you are comfortable. You can use a pillow, a cushion, a cover, anything you want, so that you can be fully comfortable. And then closing your eyes, taking a nice long deep breath in and out to begin, and relaxing. Noticing how you are feeling now. Noticing within yourself how your body feels, how your mind feels, how your heart feels, and maybe also how your breath feels. And you can relax all the muscles, tip of the toes to the tip of your head, all the way down each arm to the tip of your fingers. And I'm inviting you now to notice the most beautiful red flower at your pelvis area. Velvet red, dark red, beautiful, glowing with light. And for the next few minutes of this practice, simply noticing the beauty of this flower. Noticing the shape of its petals. How many petals? Noticing the texture of the petals also, of this beautiful, soft, dark red flower at your pelvis area where the root chakra is. And noticing how that red color is almost like glowing as if it was made of light. As if light was shining through each petal. And as if its heart, its center, the center of this beautiful flower was made of this beautiful dark red light. Now noticing this flower starting to grow bigger and bigger. So softly, so gently, becoming so big that it is as if you were becoming this flower. As if this flower was becoming as big as you and you were becoming this flower. Letting this beautiful velvety dark red light spread through you and allowing you to feel more and more grounded, more and more rooted, rooted in the earth, but also rooted in who you are, who you truly are. Rooted through your ancestral inheritance, rooted through your species, rooted through where you come from, rooted. And all of this happening in so much softness. Letting this light spread as if it was warm honey. Allowing you to relax deeper and deeper also, so that tension can melt away from every one of your muscles as you are noticing this beautiful flower now being as big as you. And now that this flower is as big as you, you can notice it opening even wider, revealing more petals, blossoming, blooming even. And so in your heart, you can start to feel this red color. In noticing your heart blooming also. Finding the soft happiness of being you. Okay. I'm inviting you now to come away from this meditation, to bringing your mind back into yourself and into the space where you are, to start to notice the sounds of the space where you are, and bringing your mind back to your body as well, and then starting to wake your body up again, moving your fingers and your toes, your feet, your hands, your arms, your legs, taking a nice long deep breath in and out to finish, giving your body a stretch. When you will be ready to come back up, lie down onto your left side first with your knees bent for a few breaths as it activates the right nostril breath and will help you to come back to a more lively state. I'm going to stop the recording now.